Hello. Welcome to the God-awful gospel hour.
This is the fourth one where I put June, and it has been in May. We've been doing them every month.
It feels like it's June already.
We did 4 in May so far.
We're sitting right on that. We're straddling that dildo that is Memorial Day and Pride Week.
Hell yeah.
I love Pride Week or Pride Month. It's Pride Month, not Pride Week. I love Pride Month. It's all the rainbow stuff, all the empty corporate gestures. Oh, I love it so much.
My kid was like, tomorrow's Pride Month, and I was like, all day? A month?
Yeah.
How did they do that? One day feels like a month now.
Yeah. We've got Adrian with us. Adrian, the soccer guy.
How many pairs of shoes do you have, Adrian?
How many pairs of shoes?
Cleats and otherwise.
Yeah. What is your total amount of shoes?
Yeah.
What's an unhealthy amount of shoes to have? I have
mean,
a question for you first.
The entire floor of your entryway is just shoes or balls.
It's balls.
Shoes and balls.
All my two favorite things mixed. What's your favorite pair of shoes that you have? What do you think are the best? So do you think Puma makes the best soccer shoes? You had a game last Saturday. Do you have a game this Saturday?
Oh, no, we're on a break. 3 weeks.
We were on a break, Rachel.
We're on a break.
What are you going to do for exercise? How are you going to get your wiggles out on a Saturday morning?
Come bother you to mow my lawn?
Well, yeah. That's being worked on. That's in progress.
Is it?
Have you not mowed your lawn in like the whole year so far?
Yeah.
Oh, I mowed
Since
my
everything
lawn
came
with
back?
a weed eater, and it took
A weed
me
whacker.
2.5 hours.
Fucking whacked it.
Whacked it all Sunday afternoon.
Is that a euphemism?
Wait,
you
what-
mowed your lawn?
San Diego.
Was that day that I messaged you? Yeah. No, shoes. I have a thing for shoes. I like to match my shoes on my outfits.
You go to Academy every once in a while just to lust over the shoes.
Just
I
to
told
look
you
at
I wanna go with you.
shoes.
I want to go look at shoes, too.
I guess I have a rough estimate 20 pairs of shoes, counting
Yeah.
everything.
Would you say that you love shoes? Would you say that you love
Everything starts with the feet.
what goes in the? Why else would you play why else would you play a sport where you just have to use your feet unless you just absolutely loved it?
What do you call a doctor of feet?
Podiatrist.
Yeah, that's you. You're a podiophile.
Yeah. He loves feet so much.
I love feet and
Yeah.
balls.
I would say I like feet, but they don't bother me. I'm not going to be like licking any toes or anything, but
Dude, I've always thought that the foot fetish was the dumbest fetish. I'm just like, that's stupid. Doing anything with feet sexually is just dumb to me.
Do you know when they changed or where and how they changed the name of football to just beating your wife? Soccer.
You got a soccer.
It was in Ireland. It had to be Ireland.
suck it to it.
So what else are you going to do during a potato famine?
Yeah, you're gonna soccer.
Soccer.
And it even has that hard R at the end. Soccer.
Yeah. Soccer like you love her.
Yeah.
We started watching Mer People on Netflix just because my kid is on the Switch now. So I've got the PlayStation. I've got the TV in the living room. So I just put on weird stuff to mess with them. And people think they're mermaids the same way that like trans people say
people. I'm
Yep.
over here picturing like purplish, maroonish colored people, like the color myrrh, you know?
Is there a color?
frankincense, gold, and myrrh, like the spice.
What fucking crayons did you have growing up? The myrrh crayon?
I was like
What kind of crayons did you eat on the way here?
trying to picture this.
Snorting crayons.
This
Is that
show-
really what the color
Does
of
it-
myrrh is?
It
Is
makes
it
a lot
purple?
more sense
No,
now
myrrh is
that
a
you're
spice.
talking
The
about
only spice that they
mermaids.
Why?
Jesus.
Whenever you say myrrh people, and your mind immediately goes to like frankincense and myrrh.
The color myrrh. What even would that be?
So
You
that's
just invented a new color, is what
no,
you
Yeah.
no. Wait, what does he say on
Maroon
that?
is a color.
So for reference,
Puce is
Yeah.
a color.
abuse,
Puce.
Yeah, chartreuse.
abuse.
Soccer.
No, there's a South Park episode where Cartman becomes a singer for Christian rock music,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Faith plus one.
and they go double Merle. Merle?
Oh, double myrrh. Yeah. Okay.
Myrrh?
Yeah.
What was the word?
They had
Myrrh.
it's a
Frankincense,
sap-like
golden myrrh.
substance that comes out of cuts in the bark of certain trees.
Yeah.
What the hell?
one
Yeah,
of
it's
the three
because they don't
things.
have like it's all because of a bet, right? They're like, I bet you can't go platinum. He's like, I bet I can, but then it ends up that Christian
Doesn't do
music
the
doesn't
same
have
thing.
like gold,
Yeah.
silver, and platinum. They have like myrrh and frankincense and all that.
But you can go double myrrh.
Yeah,
Gets all
right.
pissed off.
The mermaid people in this show believe that they are like the Little Mermaid. They think they're from under the sea, and they identify as that. And they're like complaining, I have the worst day today because my zipper ripped on my tail. Like, no, you didn't have a bad day because that's not real.
It's just like,
everyone else who doesn't have a mermaid tail had a normal day today. You only had a bad day because you made up this fake thing.
it's just like a subgroup of furries. It's like
Yeah.
it's like this is their version of being
Underwater
furries
furries.
that they want to be myrrh
I also
people.
want to be choked by not being able to breathe underwater and be
Right.
a furry at the same time.
Right.
What if I identify as someone who doesn't believe in that bullshit? Do I
No,
get my
right.
beliefs validated?
Yeah.
Do I get to be that person?
Yeah. It
Those
reminds
are
me
my
of those-
pronouns.
Yeah.
Does not believe in that.
It's like, is bald a hair color, right? It's
If myrrh is a color at all, then bald is a hair color, yes.
so Adrian, we won Star Wars trivia again. This one was like this trivia felt like it was sponsored by Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It was pretty dumb. There's questions about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
The tech was cool.
There was questions like
Geeks who drink, they have it.
that you scan a QR code.
Yeah. they
I only
everything
have
up
one
there.
question.
Yeah.
What did you win?
Get Dave and Buster's money.
Yeah, we got a $25 Dave and Buster's card to play video
It's
games.
gonna
with.
last
I
my
thought they'd
kid
give you a
10
lot more
minutes.
than that. Fucking come on, Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, we had
I know.
25 bucks.
Woodrow's hooked it up for like Christmas.
That's what I'm saying.
Or what-
yeah, Little Woodrow's gave us like I don't know how much do you think our stuff was worth that we got a little. It had to be at least $100
Yeah.
worth of stuff that we got.
I don't know. We got to do it. Let's
I don't
itemize
think-
it on Amazon.
I don't think that Dave and Buster's giving us a gift card really costed them any money.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't cost them money to give you a gift card to play the video games. Like, shiesty,
Yeah.
25
yeah,
bucks.
is not enough.
Yeah.
No,
You're still gonna
especially
eat, drink.
how many people were on your team. Like, what are you going to do with that? All right, we played one game. We're done.
It's like when people
Yeah.
do comedy at a casino and they get paid in chips. They're like,
Yeah.
stick around and enjoy the casino.
Can I cash the chips in immediately and leave? That's what I would say.
I got sick for 2 days last week, and I was in a NyQuil, DayQuil, rolling haze. Just trying, because that's what I do when I get sick. I just take vitamins, eat NyQuil, DayQuil, pass out, and just try to skip forward to the end of it.
Yeah,
Like,
time travel.
yeah, I don't want to be sick. And
You NyQuil yourself. Yeah.
There's sickness medicine that makes you pass out, so I just do that until I'm not sick anymore. So I woke up in a haze, thinking about the phrase, "Her womb was a rocky place where his seed could make no purchase." You know what that's from?
No.
I thought it was from the Bible.
Yeah.
Sounds like something from. It's from Raising Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Ethan Cohen wrote it.
Oh, yeah.
All their
that's very
writing is very
Cohen-ish.
epic and biblical.
Yeah.
So
That's
then
pretty
I
good.
started watching Cohen movies all day, and I watched Barton Fink, and I think we watched another one downstairs. Those guys are artists of filmetry, theatrologically. What did Kendall say?
Dramaturgically.
Dramaturgically,
Yeah.
they're very good at writing words.
Yeah.
But Barton Fink is like a self-loathing Jew. Like
Is it John
characters.
Turturro?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's really good at showing being like an angst-ridden. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ew, and he's got the kinky fro.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the most Jewiest Jew, and it's about a writer, Jewish playwright from New York that goes to LA and is disgusted by everything.
Yeah.
It's perfect subject matter for just to make fun of a Jewish person.
Yeah.
This one does hang. Did you see?
Yeah. Yeah. We've got 4K landscapes, and it's like a drone following a hang glider. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's a
you can fuck him up
sweet
if you get too
looking
close.
hill. They do that.
Yeah, there was lots of the Disney Plus questions. There was lots of sequel trilogy questions, and I was sitting there filling out all the right answers, just going ugh, because the first one we did was the original trilogy and prequels, and that was way more fun, I guess.
It's hard to
know.
remember all that stuff though. So
I have it all. It's all drilled into my brain.
Yeah, I've watched it so
Oh.
many times.
the next time they do Top Gun trilogy, let me know.
Okay, soccer trivia,
No,
Yeah.
I said Top Gun.
foot trivia.
Are you fucking deaf over
Foot
there?
Fetish trivia. You're gonna win all the foot creams at the bar. We have a special package for you.
He knows all the different the metatarsals. Is that what those are called?
The little wiggly bit between
Yeah.
your toes.
Yeah. I don't know. One of them's like the fingers is like
Your
the
pinky
fingers.
toe is very
Adrian,
important.
what do you call the space between the toes? Delicious.
The taint.
I want to eat it. something you were doing. You were messing with the levels the other day on the other episode.
Yeah.
And you were like saying that it was too loud or too soft, and I was thinking about the ambient noise in the room, because that's what I deal with when I'm editing at my house. I have kids.
Oh yeah.
Like, fucking Donnie doesn't have any ambient noise. He controls all the noise in his house. He wants the fan off. He turns it off. He's like, hey Google, turn the lights off. You don't have any. So I was like, well, I'm not sure if you're right about the levels, because what about your ambient noise? And then I was like, I'm not going to tell him that. He doesn't have to worry about that.
Well, no, what it was is that I was listening with my headphones, and my microphone cord keeps not working on my mic. I was listening with my headphones, and
that's the truest.
With having it like I needed to be able to hear it well at 3/4, and it seemed really low, so I had to
75% decibel gain.
Yeah, you can really do a lot of stuff in editing. I don't know.
I used to have people bitch about graphic design stuff, about the colors, the way they print. Like, because you'd email back and forth. This was like right when email was starting. I was at little sign shops in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And, I had to explain to everybody how to convert a PDF to a JPEG and what they're looking at and RGB. And then they'd get their sign and be like, the colors don't match what you sent me on the computer. I'm like, well, that's a whole different spectrum. And then you have to explain to, like, a carpet store guy that RGB is light coming at your eyes and CMYK is light coming from the sun.
Yeah.
Onto something instead of out at you. So there was ambient light for that kind of stuff. Like, we had every sign shop had like fluorescent lights. That's kind of like an office, so you try to match like your standard indoor, so nobody could complain. And then they would take shit outside and be like, it doesn't look the same. I'm like, that's how the spectrum of light works.
You haven't lived until you've had to argue with a person that their computer saying there's no dial tone has nothing to do with the person they're calling.
Not girl walking. Hey, you want to be on a podcast, baby? It's a sexist podcast. A sexy podcast.
Sexy. Oh, you see her again? The spectrum of light. Oh.
Everyone's on the mental health spectrum somewhere. Some people are just closer to the purple, the dark purple, hot part. Ooh,
the myrrh color.
Yeah,
I was going to say the myrrh.
That's myrrh.
Yeah.
Myrrh is the most retarded part of the mental health spectrum.
Frickin' myrrh people.
Feeling very myrrh today. I don't know. So the Gollum review came out, and the game is already $30, by the way.
Of course, yeah. It's looked. I mean,
Oh, I saw that.
I don't. Why even make? Why?
I don't know
do
why
it?
they made that.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife, and she's
Kinda
like,
weird.
it's a fucking book. It was always a book.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure she got angry about it.
Yeah. Well, they don't.
I mean, the premise of it looks.
You're
It's
just
kinda
Gollum
cool,
and you
but-
creep around.
Yeah, but it's kind of. It's so random. There's not like any Lord of the Rings shit coming out right
piece
now.
of shit character from the whole story that can't do anything, doesn't have any cool powers. There's a wizard in that game.
Yeah.
There's an evil wizard in that game. Whatever, story world. There's knights. Let's pick the piece of shit that slithers on the ground and whines.
Yeah.
You get to be that in 3D stereo.
Wait, are you playing the new?
Speaking of self-loathing Jews, oh my God, Gollum is the Jew of Lord of the Rings.
The Jew.
Speaking of what, are you watching what now?
No, is he playing Zelda?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I've been doing for months at a time.
You playing in
weeks
bed?
at a time.
Take your first bed?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say you're the
sometimes.
guy on Reddit posting all the little penis things that he makes with the.
Oh, the penis things are awesome. Like all the
Bits.
things that people build with that are cool.
Exploding dick robot.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that with the Gundam statue in Japan.
Yeah.
A secret dick laser. And then people
Yeah.
made it in Tears of the Kingdom a week later.
Yeah.
Attack!
No, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. But there's so many, like that Gollum thing. There's so many things, movies, TV shows, video games, where I'm like, why did you even make this? Like, you could have taken the money that you spent on this and made something else that's good.
Well, that's what Alan Moore said about Watchmen.
Yeah.
You know, he meant it to be a comic book. That's his preferred medium of expressing himself creatively. He sold it for $1, and now he's even more angry in the dark. He's rock and roll's angry grandpa. Did you like the Watchmen movie?
It was all right. I didn't dislike it.
Do you like big blue dicks that glow? You were looking at his feet.
I
yeah,
prefer
he was
Myrrh.
beat the whole time. I wonder how hard he could kick a soccer ball.
Myrrh dicks.
Cover those blue feet with shoes.
Yeah.
Watch, man. I'm the man watching.
Yeah, the Watchmen movie was all right. It was, some of it was good. Some of it was.
I was just
How's
happy
that-
that it
is-
existed.
It was that Zack Snyder stuff, you know. The best thing Zack Snyder ever did was Dawn of the Dead, the Dawn of the Dead remake.
It was pretty quickly after they started the MCU that they started going indie. They did Frank Miller movies and they did Alan Moore stuff before they even started scraping the bottom of the Marvel barrel for Deadpool and Guardians of the Galaxy. They were already doing. I mean, they had never did Dark Horse anything.
Well, yeah, because all that stuff was in all that stuff was
Valiant
in production whenever the Marvel Cinematic Universe really started, but it hadn't really taken. It wasn't really until the first Avengers movie, right, that everything really took off for Marvel.
What if the Spawn movie does so well that it starts an Image Cinematic Universe? Yeah. We end up with Wildcats in 2025.
They had tried for so long to get stuff
Brigade.
like that. God, you remember how horrible the Spawn movie was in the 90s? That terrible CG and everything.
They hired somebody. They made fun of him all the time for only ever drawing ovals. He did X-Men. They did Brigade.
Oh, that was Rob Liefeld.
Yeah,
he couldn't draw feet. Adrian hated his art. Yeah.
Why can't you draw a good foot?
Why don't these women put their feet on their Tinder profile? Okay, that's a joke. I don't like feet. Don't let these guys convince you.
He's trying to scroll down on Tinder. It's only right and left, Adrian. There's no down.
If I go down, do I see their? Oh.
Have you ever seen a Tinder profile where the chick put a picture of her feet?
That's Toader. Toader.
I have not.
Tindermatology.
I think it would be like Pinder. Like
I think we call Petter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too close.
Kinder. It'll be called Kinder.
Kinderhausen.
Kinder Bueno.
Oh man.
No. Played in like a weird 7v7 tournament on Saturday, and these were our jerseys. I'm trying to understand why a Memorial Day tournament looks like a Christmas jersey.
Cool. So you have like sponsors, like you've got Shiner beers, you've got Mexican style cerveza, Shiner Mexican style. Is it Shiner that I guess?
No, Shiner was our sponsor.
Was your sponsor?
The tournament was sponsored by like Seton and some other places, but
Seton's the devil if you believe all the spray painted artwork all over town.
Wait, is that Seton doing that?
They're hiding bodies. It's a Catholic church.
What are you talking about?
I drive around and look at the graffiti. There's somebody out there spray painting about how Seton is full of pedophile priests.
Speaking of graffiti, you know when you drive down Westgate and there's that metal fence thing on the left side if you're headed towards the William Cannon? Someone painted like it looks like
the dog.
That's a dog?
The wiener dog.
Well, there's two parts that are covered for some reason, and I'm just wondering if he gave it like giant balls or something and he covered them up because there's, I don't know. I'm like, what is covered up on that painting?
I don't know. I think somebody just tagged it. And then they put cloth over the tag.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, the cloth. That's what's over. That's what I was trying to figure out.
They painted it on your paint, and then to fix the paint problem, you're now going to put a piece of cloth.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but what happened to Rot? Because Rot was all over the place. Who is Rot? Now he's gone.
Rot and Abort.
He's the Banksy of South Austin.
Abort is the other one.
Because he did kind of disappear.
Would it be funny if
Rot, if you're out there, hit us up.
What's up? Break your anonymity for this podcast with 5 listeners. It'd be funny if somebody had a gender reveal party where there's a sign that says it's and then they start to uncover the last part and it says B-O and then they release like dark balloons and then it says R-T-I-O-N. It's abortion. And then everybody there is like, oh no.
I think that was a tweet by some feminist back in the day. It's like going to get my sonograms, trying to find out if I have a girl or if I have an abortion.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of Chinese.
That made lots of conservatives
There's women out there that are killing future dumb men.
We're going to go extinct. They're going to put the men extinct.
We were watching the Succession finale, and it was all, the comments about the trauma and the feminists and everything. And one of the people, everybody chimes in on their own issues. Everybody uses it to whiteball in the comments about the show. They're like, I've been through something.
Yeah. So
traumatic.
So I was telling Josh, if you go to I can't hardly go to the Succession subreddit because the comments are just constant trauma. Oh yeah, it really addresses trauma and family trauma and blah 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 trauma. I'm just like, oh, stop trying to be, stop using your therapy words on the TV show that I watch to laugh at the dumb rich people.
Trauma is one of the best things that disproves 2 wrongs don't make a right. Because the best cure for trauma is having had previous worse trauma.
Yeah.
Then the new shit that just happened to you is not so bad.
But men don't go through trauma.
No, we're not allowed to have feelings. That's gay.
Yeah.
So how? Okay.
What you do is you bury it deep down.
Yeah.
and you drink, and you yell and you beat your kids, and then you die of a heart attack at 56.
All the way down in your prostate until it turns into cancer.
Right.
Like
you piss out kidney stones and get prostate cancer. That's where all the calcified, angry feelings go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Turn into
No
spiky rocks.
trauma over here. No, nothing.
Well, you probably had trauma, but you had worse trauma before that, so it cancels out, and two wrongs make a right.
Yes,
So
and
you're
then I
fine.
laid in my bed and used my hand to rid myself of my trauma.
Punch yourself in the shoulder so your other thing doesn't hurt.
Now, the way you deal with trauma depends on what race you are. If you're a Jew, you go, "Oh, I think I'm sick."
You make everyone else cry about
If you're Asian, you're like, you just take it out on your kid. You're like, "Why no A+?"
You stupid. You're
Yeah.
lazy.
Yeah. If you're white, you just drink and you
Soccer.
That's if you're European.
Take it out on yourself. Straight white male, hate myself.
Yeah, if you in the 90s, you just join a rap rock band, and that's how you deal with the trauma.
Fred Durst.
You rap about how your dad left and you're mad at him and you hate him.
Father of mine.
How did you know? Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
We're diminishing everyone's trauma by pointing out the fact that everyone's dad was mean in the 90s.
I remember listening to Everclear on the bus thinking, he understands what I'm going through.
Yep.
So whenever I was listening to all that stuff, I was like, man, these lyrics suck. What happened to subtlety?
Swim out past the gay guys.
Yeah.
Watch the gay guys.
Yeah, like especially once they got to like Everclear and Linkin Park and Stained and all that kind of stuff. It was like it's cool. It's fine that your dad left and you're pissed off about it and you're angry, but in your song don't say my dad left and I'm pissed off and I'm angry about it. That's dumb shit.
Yeah, you could laugh about it now, but they were really big during their time.
Well, that's because it was just a bunch of idiot kids.
And I feel like we had, I don't say take this with a grain of salt, but I feel like even then, that wasn't even that long ago, but back then we had quote unquote more real music than we do today.
I don't know. It's too hard to because when you look back on stuff like that, you only remember the good stuff. Although I remember the bad stuff. I remember Trapped.
The dads were so mad. There's fucking money falling.
Wait, that
out
was
the
Trapped
sky.
with the T, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they were the worst of the
Trapped.
new metal bands.
Wait, no, that was a red jumpsuit apparatus.
Yeah, Trapped was Headstrong will suck you off.
Oh, well, if I played red jumpsuit, you would remember it.
Yeah, probably.
I can't remember what something
everything
about
has
his
to be like
girlfriend
a
getting beat
bad-
or something.
It got to be a bad copy.
You know
of a
what?
copy
Let's just
of a
find it
copy.
because it's gonna bother
Copy.
me if I don't hear it. We're gonna get copyright infringements. But
All right, we're gonna take a break while he looks up this song.
Okay.
Back from break.
So Peter Dinklage is
I miss him in Destiny.
another
Bring him back
odd-
to Destiny.
You play Destiny?
Dinklebot.
yeah.
He sounded so bored.
Yeah.
His voiceover in that.
I'm a
game.
floating robot.
Yeah.
Why is he named that? We were talking about British names last week. Engelbert, Humperdinck, and Floyston, Flomston, whatever from
Peter
Space Hog.
Dinklage. What is the family Dinklage? Where does that come from?
When you go to Hollywood and become
He's
a
not
star,
even British.
you get to change your name.
Yeah.
You don't have to be called that. So why would you, as a short person, go to Hollywood, become a star, and keep the name that pretty much sounds like I have a tiny penis? Peter Dinklage. What's a more baby
small
pee-pee
guy.
sounding?
Yeah.
The real thing is I started watching Game of Thrones. How is he
Why?
alive for more than 6 episodes? Like,
Yeah.
how would a midget make it back then?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Because he was part of it's the same.
He says he's part of the royal family. Bullshit. They would have been the first one to fucking. They would have killed off.
I was hiding.
No, it doesn't. If you're born into like one of the main families,
always in a
then
castle.
you got. And even then, his dad treated him like crap, so
A lot of those
he didn't have to
Lannisters and shit, they don't go
have
in
it
public.
so great.
Well, we were watching it, and I'm still on season 1. But anyway,
have you
it's
not
like,
watched it before?
No, I'm just getting into it.
You've never watched Game of
So
Thrones?
Game of Thrones came out around the time that my sister died, and I was just not like feeling it. I don't know.
Okay.
But the thing that cracked me up was it's like something about there was like some dude sleeping with the hooker, with the whore, the common whore that they all sleep with.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And the dude asked like, I don't know how they phrased it back then, but like he's basically, hey, what's up with the midget? Like, like what's his deal? Is he hung or like what's up? She's like, oh, you'd be surprised, And then she's like, he's really good with his hands and his tongue. I'm like, Those are got to be smaller than his dick. Look how little the dude is. Like, what?
He's always
You ever
leaning
been
forward.
fingered by a 5-year-old? Like, what are we talking about
She
here?
likes the nubbies, the little nubbies. He's always leaning forward because he has a tripod on there.
Yeah.
He's always him tilting forward a little bit.
It's like mini me and Austin Powers.
He's got a third leg.
Man, I don't even know when to tell you to stop watching Game of Thrones. Like, I'd be like,
No, please tell me where I should start because
after
there is
season
so much fucking talking.
4?
I'm like bored out of my mind in this first
after
episode.
season 4, maybe.
It's like Succession. They're never
I don't know.
outside. All the rich people.
Also,
outside.
this little shit, the blonde-haired kid that turns
Wow.
out to be the
It's like I'm talking to someone who time traveled from
right
12
now.
years
I'm
ago.
like, this kid is a piece of shit. Why don't they kill that little fuck?
Dude, we got to do this every week. Adrian's
Yeah,
new baby eyes. of
Adrian
Game of
watches.
Thrones.
Adrian watches Game of Thrones.
Hey,
12
I've
years
got a
later.
lot. You bring. There's so many. You guys have no idea. There were so many shows
This
out
fucking
around that
guy,
time that I
you
didn't.
never
That I
even saw
didn't
Game
get.
of
Oh,
Thrones.
that's the same reason I didn't get into Breaking Bad was because of my sister dying, and I was out around that same time. And I was like, oh, I can't watch this shit. You know, like.
So what did you watch? Did you watch like One Tree Hill and
I think like things like
Gossip Girl?
FIFA,
Care Bears and
football.
yeah, you got it, Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
How do you get famous and keep your dumb name like Dick Butkus? How did he not change that?
Is that,
Eventually,
is that a
you
real
have to-
name?
Dick Butkus
Butt
is a
Kiss.
football guy. NFL.
Oh right, yeah.
He's famous. But you get an agent eventually in there, like maybe not Peter Dinklage,
Right.
maybe not Dick Hyman. Dick Hyman is a jazz guy.
No. none of that dashboard confessional voice. God.
That's all the Indiana telemarketers already did that. They're like not Sanjeep. Their name is Mark.
Right,
Because they
they're-
want to be famous in the movies.
Yeah. they're
Maybe
like,
if I say Mark, they'll put me in the movie.
Thank you for calling Microsoft. My name is Barney.
I want to be in a movie.
Yeah. Oh, baby Gerald.
You know who knows the Northman word? The head, face, and the ass word?
Yeah.
The secret word we were
Who?
talking about before? Bjork.
Yeah.
I bet she knows.
York.
But
I don't know. Does
say-
The Swedish chef.
Were Icelandic people Vikings? I guess they were, right?
Yeah. If they were, then you are. Because they spread.
Yeah.
We're all a little bit from that culture.
What's all those rumors, or I don't know if you call
Daniel
them
Tosh culture.
rumors or what the right word terminology is for it? That the Vikings were like over in America.
Oh yeah, that's like Leif Erikson and all that. Like
That's a good
they
movie.
did. They were the ones that found America first. They're like way up in northern Canada.
Yeah, like up near Minnesota and shit.
Yeah, and they found they called the Native Americans that they found Skraelings. But yeah, it's been pretty well established that they found America. Well, I mean, the first people to find America. were
Hello
people
and welcome
in
to Time
Asia.
Travel Talk. I'll be your host, Adrian.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
We'll be going over some of my favorite topics today, like Game of Thrones and other shows that you haven't watched.
I like Tyrion Lannister because he's the size of a foot.
Yeah.
He reminds me of a little foot face. There was a kid at the school drop-off. This mom was yelling, Hunter, come here. I was like, that used to be cool. That used to be Hunter Thompson. But now you think of Hunter Biden, and you're like, your son does he have a
I do
laptop?
not think of Hunter. Wait, who's Hunter Biden? Is his name?
Yeah, the
The
president's
kid's son? I don't know. I didn't know he had a son. I couldn't
Oh.
fuck with-
Yeah, Joe
that
Biden's
that
son.
old ass fuck has a kid. Like what?
No, his parents named their kids cool stuff like Jackson. Come on, Jackson.
Aiden,
Pollock.
Braden,
Come on,
Caden.
Pollock.
He reminds me of Skeletor. That's
This is my son, Basquiat.
so. Speaking of shows that are old, I came across it's not like a documentary, but that it's on Netflix, and it's talking about certain structures that were built.
Is it Ancient Aliens? Is it?
No.
Is
it's
it
not
that guy
ancient.
who
It's
was on
that-
Joe Rogan?
Yeah, no, but it is
Duncan
the Boston
Trussell
guy.
or
Yeah,
whatever?
that dude, the British
Oh,
journalist
Duncan
guy.
Trussell.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hyde.
it's
And he
it's
talks
basically
what's
like,
about
what
it,
if
like
was,
bibliotechy
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Like,
What
man,
if it was aliens?
I found that shit so
His name's
interesting.
Scomston Flomstein.
Like, I'm just saying, like, if there's, I don't know, it just seems
Brentus Havisham.
Alien
I don't care about. He doesn't talk about alien shit. That has nothing to do with it.
They can talk about Goblin.
Oh,
They
is
talk
it?
about the
What's his
Book of the
name?
Dead a lot.
It's a Netflix show.
I thought you. I mean, I don't know his name. He's a
Grant
journalist.
I have no idea. I'm
And
just making up
he
British
basically
names.
argues with like Egyptologists and shit. Like I don't get how stuff
Ancient
like
Graham Hancock.
Graham
Hancock.
Hancock.
Yeah.
Spencer Higginbotham.
That's the guy who thinks that it was all aliens and stuff.
he doesn't ever say that. Not from what I
Well,
watched.
he definitely couches it in. Oh, I'm just asking questions.
Is Donnie Yen blind or not?
Donnie Yen is
Yeah.
not blind, but Ip Man is blind. No, Donnie Yen was blind in Rogue One. He wasn't. he's
And
not
John
blind.
Wick.
Oh, really? Did he play the blind swordsman in that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah,
Maybe
Donnie
he really
Yen
is
not
blind.
actually-
Stop
is-
acting like. Stop stealing valor from blind
Yeah,
people. You're already
stolen
Chinese.
by
Just be one thing. Make up your mind. Him
He's
and
Ip
Michelle
Man,
Yeoh.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, they just came out with Ip Man 5. I only watched the
Ip
first
Man.
one. That was pretty cool.
Me and
Still
Josh
Ip-
went and saw the Machine movie.
It's fucking
It
good.
was
You like it?
something created to make the machine more money off of his machine
Yeah.
thing.
It was a movie based on a bit, which was cool.
I
If you
thought
could make
that
a whole movie out
When
of
they
a bit.
announced the casting, I thought that Mark Hamill was going to play like a Russian gangster because he has the voices for it and all that, but apparently he just plays his dad.
I didn't like his acting, man. It seemed like he was trying really hard.
Dude, if that movie exists, it gives me hope for my dirtbag Florida trailer family that goes and does a heist in Norway so they can live in their fancy jails.
Yeah.
If I can make a movie out of a bit, anybody can make a movie out of it. I went to college and went to another country. I did that too. I got a bunch of those. I got those all day, baby. Donnie Yen and Michelle Yeoh are both complaining that they get casting calls for Asian-looking person, but then they both also do Asian benefit things.
Yeah.
So
like pick
make
one.
up your
Yeah,
mind.
make up your mind.
Are you mad about it, or are you okay with it?
I guess they want to be considered for any role that doesn't ask for any, which is understandable, right? But now apparently Michelle Yeoh now says that she is now getting, now that she won the Oscar or whatever, she's getting all kinds of offers.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Normal, not sad eye
Yeah.
roles.
I'm so glad we stopped Asian hate.
When I was after college, we had a buddy that come over all the time, Gay Jeff. He was awesome, but he was gay and would like to turn straight dudes and be all secrets about it. And that was his favorite thing, was to have drama. And yeah, he would make out with girls in the bathroom drunk and everything. I think he just liked to be attention or whatever. But
It's provocative.
yeah, oh yeah.
Tension whore.
And he went to college, and we came back. Every time he used to come over, we'd be like, "What's up, fag?" And he'd be like, "What's up, guys?" And sit down and hang out. And then he came back from college, and he was like, "You can't say that anymore." And I was like, "Well, what about cocksucker? That's your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Can I call somebody a cocksucker negatively? If that's am I besmirching the national pastime of your culture? What if I tell you to jam it up your ass?
Yeah.
But now it's a good thing now. So you can't say those mean things.
Yeah. Which ones have you reclaimed? What have you taken back?
Make up your mind. Do you want to be Asian, or do you want to be mad about people saying that you're Asian? You have to pick one.
No, you can just be both, and then if anybody asks any questions, then they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Speaking of Asians, that's another movie I haven't seen. What is it called? Hungry Rich Asians or something like that?
Crazy Rich Asians. That was like a big one that.
Potato famine,
Yeah.
wife beating Irish dudes.
Isn't that? A
When does
remake
that
of
come
the-
out?
It's got a cool logo.
It's a remake of the Joy Luck Club. I mean, like they keep all these different movies where it's like, oh, this group finally has a movie. This group finally has a movie, but they've been doing that for 30 years.
I was gonna ask you so you watched The Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
Is there white people in that or?
I haven't watched The Little Mermaid yet.
Oh, what were you talking about? Oh, you said a show or something.
The Mer People. It's a documentary.
Yeah.
It's about nerds.
Oh, right. It's about the Aquarina Springs.
Yes.
Okay.
Wacky, wiki, wacky. There's a bunch of them in Florida where you put on a rubber tail and be sexy underwater.
Got it.
Now, apparently in the new Disney live action Little Mermaid, there is no rhyme or reason. It is every ethnicity possible.
Well, Donnie, the ocean is between all the countries. Thank you very much. So they're allowed to be multicultural. It's all one.
Right. All the sperm from all the people goes into the ocean and mixes together. And then
somebody fucked a jellyfish,
then
and that's how the retard baby came
There's
out.
a black mermaid. There's an Asian mermaid.
You can't say that, Josh.
There's a white mermaid.
Jellyfish baby.
No, the R word.
It used to be
rambunctious.
They had to pick. Oh, because the rape culture got in trouble, and you couldn't even say rape without contributing to rape culture. But then everybody decided retarded was bad, so they had to pick a new R word. You can't say.
I have a question. Who was the decider that decided we can't say these words?
The female bloggers on Jezebel.
Yeah.
Is that who did it? Kotaku.
Yeah, it was Kotaku. It was basically all the Gawker websites. They're the ones who decided.
Sternly worded, all caps tweets.
Yeah.
That's me. I like to go on
the
to
rules.
the which one is it? The troll X chromosomes. You know, leave my comments on that Reddit section.
Did you get beat? Did you get banned from that?
No, I don't get banned from it.
Really?
I've been banned from 2 Reddits already.
Yeah.
I make my comments in a way that's a slap in the face, but not to where they can ban me.
Oh, you need to get some bans under your belt, baby boy. Come on.
I think I've only been banned from one subreddit. I got banned from Saltier Than Crate for saying Ryan Johnson killed.
The only one I got banned from was our FIFA.
Yeah.
You got banned from FIFA?
See, all right, you got one. There you go.
Yeah. What'd you get banned for?
Just going in there, like someone would post something like, this player pack or whatever is such an L, and I'd be like, this game is such an L, you should delete it.
Wow.
Oh, anti-promotional behavior.
Yeah, they didn't like the non.
I'm banned from GTA and podcasts for shameless self-promotion of this show. And for saying kill yourself on the GTA thing.
I wonder how Ghosts of Hiroshima. How do you say it?
Yeah, that's what I want to come out. The new one is I want
The
to be Ghost of
retarded
Hiroshima.
jellyfish ghost babies of Hiroshima's nuclear fallout disaster. Me.
There's just gonna be a bunch of people standing around complaining.
So are you going to tell us about Morocco? Or where'd you go?
Thought I already
Marrakesh?
did.
Yeah, you got to tell us about your Morocco trip. You
Thought
gotta
I
tell us
already
about-
did.
You've told me about it.
You got to tell us how you got
Normal
bang
life.
bust.
Told you in the backyard.
How you got
You
got
hustled.
kidnapped. Yeah.
Came
They kidnapped your luggage.
back with this thing on my. Can you take a look at this? Oh,
Some dude put a knife up to your face and was like, everyone has a price. You want your bag? You have to lick my bag.
So how long were you in Morocco? A week?
9 whole days.
9
Too
days.
long.
Bro, you live there. You can say that you're like from there.
I basically
You know that
lived
fella.
there.
You went to the
I'm
store.
basically a local.
You did what I told you. You went to the
I-
store and got some snacks.
I did. I went to the
Fuck
store
yeah.
and got some Doritos.
That's the best thing to do at a new
Where I can
place.
say they don't have
Find a corner shop.
anything actually spicy, and that's in that city, country.
Really?
I don't know about the country, but in the city there was not very spicy.
I heard the
anything.
photographer's assistants are spicy there.
The photographer and photographer's assistants were spicy.
They have very spicy aspects. That girl got her shit stole too.
Yes.
And then you went out with her.
The interesting thing is
So why didn't you tell her you don't have panties on? I know, because you told me your luggage got stolen.
wait?
That would have been the best way to
I never wear panties. It's my secret.
tell her that you know that she doesn't have any panties because her luggage got stolen.
So
Truth be told, I stole the luggage.
So you
Oh,
went to
there you go.
Morocco for a wedding, and then you flew into Marrakesh, right? And then you got on a camel, and they were like, "Oh, we cannot take our luggage." What's the
So it's a
what's the-
racket that I came to figure out after watching a video about some people, other people on YouTube that had done the same trip.
And it was one of those where, like you went and stayed in a tent out in the desert.
Yeah, so it's called glamping, and that's how
There's
it's
a big stretchy
packaged to you, and you pay a big amount to stay in this big fancy
It's the stretchy
tent
ones.
with it
Does
does
it-
kind of have like running water and shower and
Did you
all
feel
that
like
stuff.
Zelda? Did you feel like you're in the Gerudo tribe?
Yeah,
Or what was the one?
you're
with
the
all
only man.
ladies?
You're the only man.
So the thing is, though, is you do this like, I don't know how long it was. It was like a 6-hour trip in this crammed in van with 20 other people and stopping at places along the way at tourist traps. And we actually stopped at a restaurant that had half a star. I didn't know that was possible to have half a star. But like, yeah, food poisoning, I guess will do that, make you get half a star.
Yeah.
So anyway, after all that, and you
Desert
get
is your
to
toilet.
the desert where you're trying to go, and everybody's piling out, and they have your camels say, "Okay, go ahead, get on your camel. we're gonna go to the tents. You're like, cool. And everybody's asking. What do we take? Do we get our bags out of? Now, first of all,
Out of the van?
yeah,
Yeah.
No.
everybody had a bag or luggage in the van, right?
And how long
These
was the
guys
van
proceed.
ride in
No,
the
no, just go. It'll be brought to you or whatever.
Yeah.
So as we're sitting there waiting for 2 hours, and my friend was in her
Dress.
the marriage dress. My
The
God,
marriage dress?
why am I
The
fucking
wedding
The
dress?
wedding dress.
Wedding gown.
Jesus, she's in her wedding dress, and she's like,
She's in
she
her
can't
Sunday
sit
shirt.
down or move or anything, and she's just like, yo, where's our fucking luggage? Like, you guys said it was, and they just keep giving us this runaround, and then it finally like occurs to me that like they did this to these people in this video that I watched, where they say, oh, your luggage didn't make it here,
Yeah.
even though it's like, I can see where we just came from, it's right over there, and they tell you, oh, well, sorry, but the driver has reached his max hours. He can't get in the van and drive the stuff over to everybody. And we're like,
But you walked over there, so could you just walk back to the van and get it?
we're talking about, so they basically wanted us to get to these luxury tents
Yeah.
with no clothes, like just basically camp in all the dirty, nasty clothes we had been wearing all day going through the desert.
Yeah.
And then when we asked them to bring us our stuff, they told us that they couldn't. But then when we finally realized that it was all about giving them a tip, then we ended up getting our stuff.
Bro, you could GDP a whole small country with taking shit from white folks over there.
Yeah, I know.
Just
That's- I
taking
mean, that's-
people's shit all day. There probably are countries already that exist off of the.
They
Yeah,
knew
the whole
exactly. They knew what they were
economy's based
doing the
on
whole time,
removing
man.
The whole
things
economy is
from you.
based on that kind of stuff, yeah.
The issue that
Gypsies.
they ran into is I don't think they expected an entire like group of 10 people to be like, we want our fucking shit and we want it now.
You didn't think there was gonna be gypsies in the desert. You're like, there's supposed to be genies. Why is there gypsies?
And the one girl threatened the bride threatened these. She told these dudes, if y'all don't bring me my stuff, I'm taking off this wedding dress and I'm walking around the camp naked.
Sweet.
And because of the religion, they're
Don't
like
threaten me with a
freaking out
disgusting
about that.
Yeah.
Like, went and got her a sari to wear and all that stuff. Wait, is that what it? No.
They just kept calling her the
That-
goat lady.
Yeah.
The goat lady is going to show her goat. We have to hide.
I mean, for me, overall experience, like going there, I said the thing that I felt is the most is like, you just kind of feel like being an asshole for being there. Like,
Yeah.
because they're looking at you like, hey, you have all this money or something, you're from this. And it's like, man, I spent all my money just getting here. Like,
yeah.
and now you people think I'm like whatever. And so, yeah, I don't think it was like the food and like being around the seeing their culture and stuff, but it's definitely not like something I would want to go and do again. I don't think.
So you're done with Marrakesh?
There is a lot to see there, but
Yeah.
if you're gonna go do it, you just have to go in the mindset that like the whole buying things and the people are just exhausting. It's
Yeah,
just
right.
exhausting.
Nice. You got bargained with? Did you have to bargain?
Everything is a bargain, which okay, fine. Like I don't
friend.
want to have to pay full price
You're
for
everybody's friend, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not just that. It's like it's everywhere you go. When you go to a restaurant and you try to sit down and get food, it's like you're
How
sitting
can
there
I order
waiting. Like,
something
do they
from
even see me? Do they even know
Yeah.
I'm here? Like,
Oh, you can do that at places here in
exactly.
America.
If I want to get
Excuse
treated that way,
me.
stay here.
I'm American, and I want some soup.
I will not be molested.
Travel unmolested.
Or my favorite thing was where they go on the trip. They go, all right. You know that famous city where they shot like some of the movies like Gladiator
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And so we stopped there and they're like, we're going to go on this free tour, right? And so the guide takes you. And what happens at the end of the door? He literally harasses you for money until you give him money. I swear to God,
We're gonna stop
he was
at
not about to let me
Nancy's
walk out of
mandatory
there
lunch.
until I handed him money. And then a gang of other guys come up and circle around you.
Uh-huh.
So
this all happened. Huh?
to make you feel intimidated, to give
Yeah.
them, even though we just got told by the guy driving our bus that this was a free tour.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop at the
I wonder if
mandatory
they-
gift shop. This is a
I wonder if they were
mandatory
like in
gift shop.
cahoots with the guy, the tour guide.
Yeah.
That's what
Was
I
all
found
the whole thing.
interesting because
Yeah.
when we got there, the little shit walked up to the guy driving the bus and started asking him for money.
It's like that limo lady that was getting kickbacks from Yellow Rose for bringing people there.
Oh yeah.
There's whole economies. They have their own nation. Cuscan.
I mean, I did pay $20 American dollars to take a piss, but it was so worth it.
Oh my god!
Because when you're looking around and you can't find a restroom, literally, and you just see like it's like in the movies, you look around these streets and it's just like a shanty town, and you see questionable characters sitting on this dirt street, and you're like, I'm not taking a piss in the middle, like on the side of the street. Like I'm not going to jail in this place. Like.
Oh yeah.
The desert is your toilet. You just bury it, kick some sand over it.
You are shameful. You are.
Make a hole.
You are exposure. You
Yeah.
spend 20 years in Morocco jail.
Well, I don't know what their rules are like. If you get caught with your wiener hanging out,
Yeah.
what happens? It gets cut off, or so?
Well, too bad you didn't get caught with
Stealing.
weed, so
Unless
that
you
you could
steal
tell us
an
what
apple
that
with
was
your
like.
dick. Can you steal an
Yeah, I mean, I
apple?
was pretty scared of that. I mean, I told y'all that whole story. How once I got to Madrid, it was like the lady fucking like pulled out the THC cartridge I had in my bag and was like eyeballing it and like then just put it back in my stuff and was like, okay, go ahead.
Just wanted to make sure it wasn't a bomb.
It's like, this is my favorite cologne. It comes in a
They wanted to
bottle.
test everything. They took my naked juice and my water. So I'd
Mhm.
come from New York and they were open.
Told you
And
they
I
were
wasn't
taking
thinking
naked
like,
juice.
oh, new search or whatever.
Yeah.
So I kept them in my bag and they said, oh, we're going to take those and test them. And I said, what are you talking about? I said, just throw them away. I don't want them. No. We're going to test them. We're going to test them. This is all while I'm like standing in the
Bomb
line
juice.
to
It's
just
not
like
bomb
custom
get to the
juice.
terminal.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I stand there and wait 10 minutes. This guy brings my 2 drinks back with little stickers on 'em. Oh, here you go. I don't even want them anymore. Can you throw them away? No, you have to take them. So now you're forcing me to take. What the hell is going on here? You wanted the drinks. You took the drinks. You can keep the drinks. I don't want them anymore.
Did you want to be there for that long? 9 days is a lot. Did you get sick of it? Did you want to come home?
Yeah, I wanted to come home probably by third or fourth day. Be real.
Where's the first place you ate when you got back in Austin?
Oh, first place I ate when I got back I was so tired, but I remember it like all fuck was I ordered Flores, because it was like the only decent Mexican food on DoorDash, and I didn't want to go anywhere because I could barely see straight.
Florida's is good.
I legitimately have never eaten that much in one sitting.
Nice.
Remember we went to Bill Miller before you took me to the airport?
Yeah.
The girl next to me got punished so hard by that sausage egg bowl. Oh my god. She
I-
kept moving every time I farted, and she was fat, so her whole arm bingo wing was like wah, bah, 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 and she got all mad at me.
I was wondering about that.
Is that when you went to Utah?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You
was-
didn't tell me that. That's awesome.
I don't know why, but I was thinking about Josh when I was flying, and I was like, what's that dude do when he flies? He farts all the fucking time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's insane.
And honestly, when we went to go see that movie the other day, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for you to rip ass in that tiny little theater we were in and
You
just
don't deserve that. You're a sweet boy.
destroy everybody around us.
Oh my God.
I don't want to ruin your movie.
Because it wasn't the
was your
normal
idea.
size theater, Donnie. It was I don't know. It was the one at the end. That's like the little special theater.
It was the
indie room.
It was the low priority theater, the low demand theater, because not a lot of people are going to be going and seeing The Machine.
It's like the small bus, right,
burnt
for
Christ
school.
theater.
It's got
Yeah.
It was cool that Bert made a movie. That's awesome. There were a couple Tom jokes. There was Tom is fat was graffitied on stuff,
Oh, cool.
and they mentioned 2 bears at the beginning, and he mentions them again at the end.
I want to know when he's going to do a second season of The Cabin. That's my favorite thing that he's done.
It was good. That was
heard that
perfect for
then.
him.
I heard
Yeah.
2 bears and I just thought about Donnie and Clay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bert and Ernie. Waldorf and Stantler.
Yeah.
That could be your podcast name right
We've
there.
been. Yeah. What was it? What is it that? What is it that our friend said? Anytime he wants to stop thinking about any arguments, is you've just stared in the abyss too long.
2 bears, 1 cave.
You're not allowed to go that deep.
All right, I'm gonna stop it. We're gonna take one more break. Hey, this is back. We're back.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Google.
Sorry.
She never understands.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Siri works for shit. I feel like there's a setting on there that I have wrong or something because she doesn't ever bring what I ask back.
Yeah. I like to verbally abuse the assistants, and I swear one time Google said something like, "Please watch your language," and I was like, "Oh man, they're really trying to like social engineer us to be more nicer to a female voice."
Are you still mad at Neptune? Do you guys make friends? Did you patch it up?
I never disliked the dog.
What did he do to you? He never bit you once.
No, it's just I actually really love that dog. I don't like when I'm sitting there and I have to be fearful that he's going to jump on my testicles all the time.
I gave him the wrong stuff. He's got 2 jars.
Yeah.
Medicine and treats, but they look the same.
So did you give him? What did you give? You give him medicine? Like,
Yeah.
Did you overdose him?
We're all just sitting there feeding him medicinal.
Adrian was like, "What is it?" And I was like, "It's Viagra. He's coming to get your ass." Dog Viagra, but then maybe it was Good Boy juice.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
He acted the best he ever has. Just us over there
Maybe it
without
was
his
a
owners.
Prozac, puppy Prozacs.
Yeah. The Adrian was a joke in a '90s movie. He was an Ace Ventura joke whenever Josh went and did the open mic.
Oh yeah. He saw a lady.
Yeah.
Saw a nice lady.
Yeah, there was so it was outdoors, right? It was at Little Woodrow's, and there was a crowd of people, but it was just all the other people who were going up and doing the open mic. And I will say that whenever from across the area, I was like, yeah, there's a girl over there.
Yeah, it's open mic is mostly dudes. So when there's a girl, it's like, whoa.
And I said to Josh, we were sitting there, and I turned to Josh and I go, "There's something about that girl. I don't know what it is, but there's something. Something is." I said, "She looks hot, but there's something off about that girl." And then she opened her mouth, and I go, "That's what it is.
Yep.
Look at it. She's got the fucking baby teeth thing going on. That's fucking weird. I'm out."
She stood up and she was handling that AstroTurf real good with her heels.
Yeah.
She knew how to be a linebacker.
And next thing I know, right? So fast forward into this comedy show. I don't even know that whatever it is up on stage. And I come out after taking a piss, and it's up on stage, and it's talking about its dick, and I'm like, "What?"
That was her whole set.
Her
Penis.
Her whole set was about her dick.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was.
The only worst comedian I've seen is Amy Schumer, where she went on and on about her vag for an hour and a half at the Coliseum. I was like, I can't believe I just paid $60 to listen to you argue about your vag.
Did you actually pay to go see Amy
my
Schumer
uncle paid for it. Man.
This would be another good douchebag Guidos go to see something because they heard it was cool. Hey, there's this comedian guy. He makes a bunch of dick jokes. Let's go. There's 4 Guidos on the front row like, hey, what the fuck is this? She's got a penis. I heard this was a guy. Wait, it is a guy.
It was.
we're all everything.
Yeah, I just think it's funny that we get to this. Adrian points out the woman across the way, and then she gets up. By the way, I'm trans.
Do you guys have any favorite restaurants that don't exist anymore? Like if you had a time machine, you'd go stop there and eat real quick.
Yeah, all the Chinese food restaurants in my hometown. They're all gone now.
They never go out of business. What happened? Lucky Cat Gold didn't wave its arm enough times?
So I guess what happened is that a Chinese family moved to Abilene, where I'm from, and opened a restaurant, and they did really good. So all of their relatives started moving to Abilene and opening their own restaurants.
Too many.
And so our favorite one was called China Garden, and then there was also one called Walk Express, and there was one called Chinese Kitchen, and there was like 7 or 8 really good Chinese food places in Abilene. And then over the years, I guess they all retired and they all closed, and now they're all gone. That's the stuff I would want to go back to, was the Chinese food.
What would you bring back,
restaurants.
Josh?
Well, I want to know about you. What about San Antonio? Is all those places still there?
What?
Where you grew up at?
Mama's Cafe? Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah,
Alamo
all that shit
Cafe?
is
Still there.
That shit doesn't.
I want to know what you were missing,
Oh,
because I know what
Italian
I'm
Delight.
missing.
Italian Delight
Oh.
Pizza at the mall. It was dark. It had brown.
My God, that just reminded me of that Italian buffet they had in Sunset Valley.
Yeah. Uncle Guido's? What
But-
the fuck was that? Cannoli Joe's.
Cannoli Joe's, yes.
Cannoli Joe's.
Now
Uncle
it's a
douchebag. Hey,
now it's
what
a
is this,
salon.
balls?
It's a salon now.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a bunch of stuff.
It's
They
No,
chopped
but
up.
what I always what I want is I miss. There used to, I don't know what the place was called, but growing up here as a kid, my dad would always take me. In this place, there was a big cannon outside the front of the restaurant. But anyway, it had the most amazing breakfast buffet. I miss a breakfast. Bring back the breakfast buffet, man.
Like, what did they have at the breakfast buffet? Like
I mean, the
French
normal
toast
shit.
and stuff.
Yeah. Bacon,
stuff,
eggs,
gospel brunch,
sausage,
right?
French toast, donuts, like anything you could think of for breakfast was there.
Awesome.
Like a hotel.
But I remember it being better than like Shoney's breakfast,
Stubbs,
buffet.
I
Like
know Threadgill's are the
it's
best.
set in my mind obviously so much that I had to bring it up.
Threadgill's
Right.
is gone too. Could go on a time machine there.
And I remember this was during the time I was so young that I remember being in the car with my dad, and William Cannon was only 2 lanes. It was 1 lane, this way and 1 lane that way.
Yeah.
And now it's like what, 4 or something?
Well, yeah, whenever I moved here, and if you were driving south, Austin pretty much ended after William Cannon.
Yeah, it was
There was nothing. Like South Park Meadows was a field. It was a
That's where they had the
venue.
concerts. Yeah.
Yeah, like a friend of mine went and saw Rage Against the Machine there and stuff. But that did not last long. I mean, within 3 or 4 years of me moving here, it was all shopping centers and Slaughter Lane and all that stuff. But yeah, I remember whenever
I worked at that Sonic for a long time. Actually, that's right there in South Park Meadows.
There
was nothing there.
Oh, yeah.
There was literally nothing there. They were just building the Walmart.
Yeah.
We went to Taco Cabana yesterday, and the lady on the speaker said, "I can't take your order for 20 minutes."
Was there stuff down?
She was the only one there.
Oh man.
She's like, "I'm the only line."
That keeps coming more and more common. Like
nobody wants to work anymore.
Like, oh, you told me the story about the IHOP thing, and then me and my brother, for whatever reason, we wanted like some pancakes or some shit, and we go there, and on the doors like, we only do to-go orders. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I turned into such a
Because
Karen.
COVID.
I was like, "You can't take my order even, and then I'll come back." She was like, "No," and then she turned her mic off. I heard her go. I was like, "Okay,
No, leave me alone."
How to hang up on someone in real life? Nah. So we just went to the other Taco Cabana.
That ain't my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not my job. If I could go back in time, I would go see my former self and show him that I'm playing Vice City on my phone now.
Yeah, right.
And he would be like, "Why are you so fat?"
Why did you drink all the beer? Not a beer. Why did you drink all the beers?
I'm going to tell him to buy Apple stock, and he's going to be like, "You look like you're eating good anyway without all that."
Whose slogan was that?
Did
You
you
good
marry
in
a
the
gravy
neighborhood?
lady?
Yeah.
You get roasted by your former self. What the fuck happened? Look at you.
I think I'd be right where.
Oh yeah.
We expected more. Like, but no, you're right where.
You have a house? Can we come to your house?
There was an old Onion article from like the early 2000s saying Ghost of Christmas Future taunts children with visions of PlayStation 5.
Nice. That's real now.
Yeah.
You have it.
Yeah, I guess if I could go back to my younger self, I'd say, like, look at how all these awesome video games with all their graphics, and guess what? Most of them suck.
Yeah.
Look at all the Star Wars movies. Oh, they all suck.
You don't have to put a chip in your brain. Like, we're getting there. We're working
Yeah.
on it. It's coming. Brain chip. Where would you go up your nose? Where's the friendliest place they can make a port on your body?
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess
You'd be
Matrix
okay with
style, the
sticking
back of your
chip
head.
in.
You jack in.
Yeah, but all the junkies just put it right
No
there.
more jacking off or jacking in.
Yeah, jack in so you could jack off.
Existence. So how do you feel about the black Aragorn? They're making a big deal out of it.
It's a way to generate controversy so that people click on articles.
It's a
and
trading card game. This is not
it's
news.
Magic the Gathering. They're doing a
not news.
yeah. It's Magic the Gathering is
This
doing
is not the news.
a Lord of the Rings, and then they're making some of the characters black, and they're like,
Media. It's fake news.
it's just a way to get controversy.
What do you think about Boston losing?
Boston losing?
Mm-hmm.
They lose.
They lost it.
They lost all that money in the heist from Ben Stiller. Ben Affleck.
No, they
Stole
should
our
have
money.
won the NBA playoffs and gone
Yeah,
to the finals. But they lost to Miami Heat.
I pay zero attention to basketball.
Okay.
I like women's basketball. I like watching it.
Yes, they follow the fundamentals so well.
I like women's volleyball.
I love
They
watching
have good
an hour and a
fundamentals.
half of layups.
I like any sport where it's female and the mandatory outfit is booty shorts. It's tactical. My tactical booty shorts for sports.
So volleyball.
Surfing, volleyball. Yeah.
Yeah, so when we were doing Star Wars trivia at Dave & Buster's yesterday, the giant screen just had the WNBA, and we were like, really? You can't just put on Star Wars stuff?
The W is for why is this a thing?
But another one had, I guess the new 30 for 30 was about the American Gladiators.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I got to find that. I got to
I wanna
download
know.
that. Dude,
I grew up
loved
watching
American-
that shit
Dude,
as a kid, man.
Oh, I love
Laser.
Laser Blaze.
I just always wanted to watch the like certain ones though.
the one
you know,
where you
like,
had they were shooting the machine guns
where
of
they shot the tennis
balls,
ball gun.
and you had to like get from cover to cover and
yes,
shoot back.
I think
at
that
them
was
and stuff.
always like the end.
Yeah, that was always my favorite.
But
one.
then
It
also
was,
the
like,
one where they were in the
jousting and
big hamster balls
They
rolling
could make a
around.
killing with Mortal Kombat because they're adding all kinds of characters if they added Laser.
Yeah, if they had American Gladiators to
Keep
Mortal
adding
Kombat.
Negan
Yeah.
and Freddy and all these people.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6 has like, Blaze.
What if we did it backwards and we added Mortal Kombat to American Gladiators? We could have Scorpion
Do you think you
running
could do
the obstacle course.
Do you think you can get to the other side without getting hit by a tennis ball?
Me? Hell no.
Thump.
Like what?
Thump.
Things are going fast, man.
Ah, shit.
That would hurt too.
At least you have your padded red or blue helmet. God, I loved American Gladiators. What night was that? It was on like Thursday nights, Wednesday nights, something like that. We'd watch it all the time.
Do you think that's like why they did American Ninja Warrior?
Well, Ninja Warriors.
Well, I know a
too,
Ninja Warrior, but yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, but there's not like a combat element to Ninja Warrior. That's what it's missing. That's what American Gladiators
they need to be
had.
shooting stuff at them while they're doing those obstacles.
They're all a bunch of like little Macs fighting all the boxers in Punch Out.
I was reading the comments on the Final Fantasy Reddit today, and somebody put, "I quite fancy that." It was a British guy. He'd been part of a conversation. I was like, that's still something that a man would say in this country. Britain is so gay.
Yeah.
That grown men are like, I quite fancy that.
Just the I like that is I fancy that. He fancies you. Like
dudes in America don't even say that they like anything. You're not allowed to have feelings. You're gay.
Yeah.
Haha, you like that thing? Loser.
Nobody makes me feel my own blood.
Nobody makes me feel my own feelings.
Dude, This Is America was 5 years ago.
The Donald Glover song?
Yeah.
This Is America. Did you ever see the female version of This Is America that some female comedian did? It was terrible. It was so cringeworthy. And it's supposed to be like a feminist version of it, but it was just white woman shit. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to.
Was it I Want to Be Ninja?
Yeah, it's basically about it's about as easy to get through as I Want to Be Ninja. Have you seen that one?
Ninja.
No.
Oh my God, we got some videos to show you. Oh, it's so
Or just
bad.
do a whole podcast with you guys showing me videos and my reactions.
Yeah.
And Game of Thrones, yeah.
Yeah, then you talk about the Game of Thrones episode that aired in 2014.
I'm here to keep it real.
Old Jewish grandfather that just finally decided to pay HBO.
Yeah.
Well, my kids moved out, so I had some spare money, and
Can
I
you
decided
explain
to finally watch
social
HBO.
media?
Yeah.
I don't
What is
understand the
this?
social medias. Can you
Game of
explain it?
Thrones.
The internet is like a series of tunnels.
So the National Socialist League, the neo-Nazis, are you familiar
Is
with
there
them?
there's a league now?
This is
Is
what
it intramural? Is it?
Do they have a base? Like a base of operations?
they're
It is in
here.
Antarctica.
The National Socialist League was a neo-Nazi organization of gay men in the United States.
Okay.
The gay
They
man.
existed from 1974 to 1984. So I put in the comments, "Ooh, the perfect storm: gays, Nazis, and America." I want to see if anybody said anything. I was trying to. We were talking about that yesterday. Who's a gay from the 80s? Who would be the leader of the socialist?
Yeah.
The figurehead.
Yeah, we started trying to
Harvey
name like.
Firestein?
Yeah,
Come on, guys.
We're trying to name
He's
like
Jewish. He can't be a
openly.
neo-Nazi.
We were trying to name openly gay actors in the 80s, and it was getting really hard. I mean, so you can think of like Boy George or something like that, but like actors, like who was the big gay actor? So we couldn't really think of any.
Come on, guys. Let's get those Jews. Let's get them.
Say Kevin Spacey, but he hadn't come out
Stop
yet.
him.
Yeah, that was the.
He was
That
always
was
gay.
actually one of the ones that we brought up was Kevin Spacey.
His defense is that he's retroactively have always had been gay.
Yeah, I now choose to live as a gay
He
man.
always loved little boys.
What was he? The retard in Usual Suspects? Kaiser Sose.
Yeah, what was his name? This Verdell or something. I can't remember what his name was in that.
It's a roast battle in Austin. I don't know if you know this.
Okay.
The guy that posts all the open mics on Instagram is going to run the roast battle.
Mm-hmm.
And they're have open casting, whatever. So I was going to see about going.
You gonna try and do a roast battle?
I'm gonna get hurt feelings.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to get my feelings hurt.
Too thin skin for that.
I don't. So we can practice. Donnie, your face is just dumb.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at this fucking guy.
What's the air like up there, tall guy?
No, if you don't know somebody,
Yeah,
it's a stranger.
I know.
You hold the mic dumb. You just stand weird. Stop
Yeah.
standing that way. Your feet are silly.
Your mom's gay. You know, it's like, what are you gonna say? It's like you do have to know the person to roast
And then
them.
what do
It
they
feels
debrief
like.
each other real quick? They have little note cards.
Yeah.
Here's something you can make fun of me.
Yeah.
Anal herpes. You can do a lot there. There's not much you can do there, actually. I wouldn't go anywhere near that.
I don't do anything there.
Ill Communication is 30 today. The album. The Beastie Boys album. Ill Communication.
Was it? Was it 30
I was
years
16
ago
years old.
today? Oh my god.
That's how we learned to drive.
Oh my God, we're
listening
so
to that.
old.
That's where Dick Hyman. I'm electric like Dick Hyman. I guess you'd expect to catch the crew rhyming.
1994. So somebody was born in
Good old
94 is
days.
30 today. Ugh.
Gross.
The Summer Game Fest is coming. The
Mhm.
Jeff Keighley thing, I guess. There's going to be a bunch of new trailers. It's June 8th. It's in theaters. So, like, whatever people look forward to, like, ooh, I'm going to watch that on YouTube when they drop these trailers. You can go to the theater.
Oh,
Now.
no, it's 19 today. It was released May 31st, 1994.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ill
I
communication.
had to go, actually.
Actually, what is that in the office? It's the accountant guy.
Dwight Schrute.
No. The gay accountant.
Oscar.
Oscar is Mr. Actually.
Yeah, he's the one who has to correct everybody. He is in that. So the guy that played Toby has this new show called Lucky Hank with Bob Odenkirk. And Oscar is like the dean of the college in that 'cause it's about college professors.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I recommend it. I
want to watch it. I like the premise. I like the education drama.
Yeah.
There's too many shows. There's all these shows that I'm being told to watch, and
I watch as few as possible.
We were watching House of Hammer today, the Army Hammers thing.
Yeah.
Their whole thing was Legacy. And then he got off today.
Yeah, his charges got dropped today of whatever it was. There's some BDSM stuff that was maybe non-consensual or
But
something.
then Masterson got clocked.
Yeah, they got Masterson
Come
today.
on, Hyde. What are you doing, Hyde?
Yeah.
Hanging out with some kids.
Yeah.
like 50 Shades of Grey.
Not a thing you
I
can
never
do.
saw that movie.
When I tell you what to do, it's not all right. Hello, Folsom
What's in
County.
that cup? I keep hearing you drink it. I want to know what's in it.
It's a little bit of vodka and brown liquor
I can hear it.
and a couple rocks from my house. You want to do the roast battle?
Huh?
You want to go to the roast battle?
The rose petal?
The roast battle.
The roast
The
battle.
comedy roast battle. I didn't even know there was one here. It's part of comedy, apparently. Everyone has to.
You
I'm
have
not
to go
that
through a
funny.
roast battle. It's like you got to go through the gauntlet.
The spanking machine.
Yeah.
Roast battle. Al Pacino's about to have another baby.
So Al Pacino is 82,
Yes.
and he's got a 29-year-old wife.
Yes, and you know what her name is?
What?
You have to say it in Al Pacino's voice.
Okay.
Noor Al-Falah.
No way. No alpha. Hooah.
Noor
Noah.
Al-Falah.
I heard the best way to do an Al Pacino
Got a
is
great ass.
you have to be looking for something that is you've lost.
Okay.
So
That's De Niro, too. Looking down your nose at something you like, hey, what?
oh shit, I got it wrong. It was De Niro. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, but
Where's my keys?
you gotta look around.
This
This guy. These shoes.
Where's my keys? What's y'all's favorite phone game? Do y'all play any phone games?
I only play 2 dots. That's the only thing I play on my phone.
I don't get trapped anywhere.
I only use my phone for porn.
Oh yeah, that's a game. You win every time. You're the big winner.
To win.
When it's 2 people, it's a twosome. When it's 3 people, it's a threesome. That's why Adrian is called handsome.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh.
Would be feet some.
Is this the town where Thor went to go be fat?